So, what is the best kind of planner? Is it a happy planner? Is it a bullet journal? Is it the cheapest little booklet you can find at Walmart at the back to school sale? Maybe it is Etsy printables stuck on a clipboard or a disc bound binder or some other handcrafted option. There are so many choices when it comes to a planner that we can be paralyzed and end up not having anything at all. And is that a good option too? When we have a lot on our plates, we need the information, the appointments, the tasks that we have to do written down so that we can see them and keep track of them better. And that's what a planner does for us, no matter the format. So today I'm going to share with you a short clip from one of our weekly seminars inside Simply Convivial, continuing education. During the whole month of August, we were talking as a community about planners and the best way to keep track all the details of life. In this clip, I am talking about what really makes up a planner. In this clip, I talk about the heart of your planner, no matter the format. We call it the weekly dashboard inside membership, and it is not a particular thing. It is super flexible. It boils down to a one-page summary of your current week, your weekly dashboard. Let's dig in to what is really required in this basic planner view. We talk about the weekly dashboard, and that's our name for whatever you use for a planner. You know, your planner might have a lot of pieces in it, but the dashboard part of a planner is your weekly view. So whatever your week at a glance type view in your planner is, it's an essential part of that, like the daily card. So the daily card is the essential part of your day-to-day to-do list. And the weekly dashboard holds some of those other things that are maybe not the top priority, but still important. And still things that you need to keep in view. So perhaps you might have a habit tracker. You might have a cleaning loop. You might have a menu plan, whatever kinds of things you're working on right now that you need to just keep being reminded of. They might not be important enough to be in the daily top 3, but you still need to have them in view to just kind of stay on course. Those things belong in your dashboard. So this whole month, we're going to talk about the dashboard. We're going to brainstorm and help one another figure out what needs to be on each one of our dashboards, because it is not a one-size-fits-all piece of our planning, piece of our system. We each need to work through what belongs on the dashboard. And at different times, different things are going to belong on that dashboard. So it's a time to put one together, maybe for the first time. And it might also be a time to re-examine what you have on your dashboard and whether or not it's time for a change. And I see on the poll that almost all of you have an accurate, up-to-date calendar. So that's awesome. And a few of you said almost there. So that's great. And that is a good first place to begin to start troubleshooting that and make sure that you get something working on the calendar end of things, because you have to know what time you have available in your week to, what your responsibilities are in the week. When it comes to your dashboard, then your dashboard is it's not going to be the place for your accurate calendar, for your master calendar. The master calendar needs to have a view that is much longer than 1 week. And the dashboard is kind of your weekly view. So when we talk about a calendar on your dashboard, that's not going to be your master calendar, your main up-to-date calendar. But you do probably need to have some kind of weekly view that includes calendar items. So you might have, 7 boxes across the top and appointments or menu plans or something on there, or maybe a column that has different rows for different days. There are lots of different options. And so I thought I would just list through some of these options that people have shared already in the Ask a Questions. And I would love for you to chat in the comments section about how you might integrate a calendar onto your dashboard or where you see the need. So, we can get all kinds of good ideas from one another, and we can't implement all the ideas. We have to pick the one that sounds like it's going to help the most. And the only way to recognize what's going to help the most is when you know what you most need help with. So think through what would be most helpful for you to keep track of. What do you lose track of easily? What needs to be kept front of mind for you? What do you need in front of your face? And then with that idea in your head for what you need to be keeping track of on a weekly basis, listen to some of these ideas and see if one of them might be simple and doable and helpful in your particular situation. Okay. So Rachel has an area where she lists their activities for the week on her dashboard. Then she has a large Fly Lady calendar on the wall that she updates from Google at least weekly. Stephanie has a Sunday through Saturday calendar area on her dashboard, but uses it mostly for meal tracking, not for appointments. Karen has large boxes for each day of the week where she lists who is doing laundry, zone cleaning, and her appointments that are on her schedule. And there's also space to write any to-do items that I would like to try to do. So if you can picture that, that could look like a lot of different things. And there isn't a precise formula or format that it needs to be to work. So if you have boxes, they can be a row across, they can be in a column down, they can be like stacked, but you're reserving space for noting important things about the day. And as you can see with Stephanie or Karen, what goes into those boxes will change during different seasons or based on what you're working on right now. The important thing is just that if you have something where you're like, okay, I need to see this, then you have a place where you're going to see it. Sarah says she has a large wall calendar that she updates from Google Calendar, and then she reviews each week and writes on a card or a fridge whiteboard for her dashboard. And I think if you've been in Convivial Circle during the daily card challenge, you might have seen Sarah's card or whiteboard that she uses to keep track of things. So I think that's a great reminder that your dashboard doesn't even have to be paper. And let's see, Elizabeth is probably not here, but I know she uses Dynalist as a digital dashboard. Sarah and sometimes Abby use a whiteboard. So there are lots of different format options. It doesn't even have to be paper. Liz said she has a small strip of boxes across the top to highlight what needs to happen on a particular day. Abby has a weekly view calendar on her dashboard, but she's in the process of iterating for the next school year. She says, I'm printing it half size so I can put it into my book size planner as my bookmark. So Latoya has a Monday through Sunday view, but Saturday and Sunday are super small on her weekly dashboard. She says, I don't mind Sunday being small because we don't plan for anything but church. With soccer season coming and my oldest being able to volunteer on Saturdays again, I need more space. So that's a great reminder that even the size of those boxes might need to change based on the season and what's going on. And, you can play around with that. Some days, maybe it helps to have the visual of one day being a smaller box than any of the others to represent the time not being open. We want to be organized, and so that includes having a working planner system. It just does. I've got a lot of videos all about planners, making them work, setting them up, keeping them clutter-free, and preventing them from being escapist planning. Check out those videos here, and I will see you next time.